Still haven't got any word of any of them being back, so it's just one of those things where we got an outside shot of maybe getting a couple of those kids back by Neosho, and if we don't get them back by Neosho, then it looks like we won't get them back at all. So if that's how it plays out, that's how it plays out, and it's just one of those things where you can't define in words how we've had to cope and deal with all the stuff we've had to go through this year, and it's just one of those things where it's something I've never been part of before, and I know these kids have never been a part of in their careers, and neither are coaches on our staff. But I think we're taking it in stride and doing the best we can with what we've got left, and the one true positive thing to the whole thing, the silver lining we'll look at is we're getting a lot of younger kids a lot of playing time. So if it benefits anything at all, it's preparing us for the future, and hopefully that's one of those things you look at as a positive. But other than that, like I said, we're hoping to get some of those kids back. But if not, we'll just take who we've got and keep plugging and do the best we can. The thing about it is that once you've developed a program that has that kind of tradition, that kind of a dynasty they've built, their kids don't know any different. It's just the fact that they know that it's their turn, and they take it in stride and understand that it's their turn to carry the torch. And I was blessed as a head coach to have been a part of something like that before. When I was in Kansas, and it's just one of those things. They're still winning and rolling to this day, and it's just that mindset where those kids that they brought up through the ranks, as they've been brought up since little league football, they understand at some point in time it'll be their turn, and they'll take extreme pride in doing so, and that's just that culture that they've created over there, and it's a neat thing to see. It's not a neat thing to coach against, but in terms of just being on the outside looking in and seeing what they've done over there, it's just sort of neat to see how they do it, and that it can be that way at other places too. And it's just one of those things, like I said, they set the bar high, and it's one of those things where you hope at some point in time we can create that same kind of culture, and that's just how it is. Keys of victory is pray to God that nobody else gets hurt. That's what we're hoping for, and it is senior night, so we're hoping that our seniors can go out and compete well and represent them, and would love to send them out with a win. But it's just one of those things where we know that we control our own destiny, and it's a thing we've got to make sure we take care of the football. The thing is, last week we did some foolish things with the ball, had 3 turnovers in the first half, which is very uncharacteristic of us, because even in some of the times we've gotten beaten this year, we've always taken care of the football. And I guarantee against good teams like we've seen last week and this week, you cannot take, you've got to take care of the football. Because if you don't and you wind up putting it on the ground, then obviously they're going to capitalize off of it. That's just their characteristics. And our biggest thing is we take care of the football, control the clock, and try to keep their explosive offense off the field. And that's our intent and our goals for the second week in a row.